Yikes. I'm getting set up here. Hello, everybody. Just please bear with me while I get my stuff all set. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining. Just working on sharing my presentation. Yay. Hi there, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. It is 12:01 on Wednesday or Thursday, actually. So welcome. Thank you for being here today. Things are definitely changing daily, aren't they? But more than ever than lately. We just need to get back and try to find our new norm. I'm so honored and blessed that you're here. And what I really want to do is I'm going to be sharing information on navigating through the chaos. Stop the overwhelm. So grab a piece of paper and a pen, because I'm going to be sharing a lot of information and how to navigate through this chaos, through this changing time that we're in. And even before all these changes happened, you came here for a reason. So I wanted to get started with, who is this for? Who is this for? This is for you. You were felt that something was missing, right? Perhaps you were tired of being on a hamster wheel every day, or let's see, you wanted to finally be a leader of your own life, or wanted to be a leader in your business or your career. You wanted to own it. You wanted to show up and be who you truly are. Whatever it was powerful enough for you to take this first step to be here. And I want to honor you for that. I want you to honor yourself for that. Okay? So because something truly resonated with you to be here, that's the reason why this is for you. So let's create your roadmap to sanity. Okay? So I thought this would be fun to be able to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about me and a little bit about my journey and how I got here and how it really has helped me develop a system, a process, so I don't feel as overwhelmed and as tired, out of control, and I'm truly engaged with my purpose, okay? So to get started with that, I'm going to share a little bit about me. Okay, so here's my story. Here's a little about me and my story. This is my family. I believe parts of my story will resonate with you, and that's the reason why I wanted to share it. As you can see, this is my family. We're a blended family. I share this picture with you because this was a symbolization of our love and commitment for each other, being a blended family. This was a convalidation ceremony where we proclaimed our love and marriage in front of the Catholic Church that day. We're currently married 9 years, okay? But that day in last October was such an amazing warm day. And I'm sharing the picture because it truly, like I said, symbolizes what I have now. And there's a story behind of where I used to be. And I used to live a life in chaos and out of control. I lived a life with rose-colored glasses on, just telling me that it's okay, just go through another day, you'll get through that day, and it'll be all right. So as I switched my careers, which I'll tell you a little bit about my professional side, I found that it was truly important to have a process in place to help me live my amazing life that I live. A few other things about me. I love to draw. I always used to draw. When I was back in high school, I was in a special drawing class. I used to do set design. And as life got busy and I grew up, there was no time for that hobby. Recently, I brought back that hobby. So it's another piece of finding the time to fit in what you need in your life, okay? I love to sing, okay? I really love to sing, but I'm not sure others feel the same way about me singing, but I do love to sing. It's a way for me to release energy, get excited, get jazzed up. So loving to sing is beautiful. When we sit and think about our lives and what we fill our lives with, I love what I'm doing with my life, and I love how I'm filling my life, which ultimately helps me navigate through the chaos because I have something to go towards, right? So perhaps you have something that you used to do, but you're not doing now, and you want that to become part of your life. Take a think, write that down. Whatever came to mind right now, just write that on a piece of paper. Okay, so as I started going through this, I said, wow, I love to sing, I love to draw, and I'm bringing these things back into my life. And how does that make me feel? That makes me feel amazing. A few other things that I did was I flew a glider plane before. I was up in a glider plane with an instructor, and he released his controls, and I flew a glider plane. Amazing, amazing. Never thought I would ever do anything like that. I didn't think that I was a risk taker until I started going back. I did a ropes course where you go 40 or 50 or 60 feet in the air, right? Did a ropes course. At this point, while I was going and developing all of this, I found that, wow, I did do things in my life that helped me move to the next level, helped me experience it. As you go through this webinar with me today, please feel free, if you have any questions, go out to the chat box and put it in the chat box, okay? I will periodically check that chat box for questions. We'll have open questions later on in the webinar. I do have my assistant on, and she will help me manage everything, okay? So if you see me kind of go off a little bit, I'm just trying to read everything and keep it together. But I am so excited about this information. And I love sharing with you the different things that I'm doing in my life now that has helped release the overwhelm. My process and my system is what got me there. So I'm excited to share those 5 steps that could get you started. Okay? So, ropes. So the other things about me, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a woman of faith, and all of these hats are truly important to me. I'm an author, a radio show host. I'm an advocate of local charities. I run my own give back called Fill the Purse with Purpose. This allows me to continue to spread the word on how giving more gives you more, okay? I am called, as you can see on the picture, I'm their anchor in my family, but they are my sails. Right? They are my true dream team. This is my stepson, Sean, my daughter, Reagan, myself, my amazing husband, and my soulmate, my best friend, my mom, who is the rock, and my dad, okay? They all say that I'm their anchor. That's a big responsibility. I could look at it and feel, oh my goodness, I feel so overwhelmed by that. But the difference is I take it with all my hats, I take it as a real honor to be part of their lives like that. But planning takes place, okay? So here's a little bit about my personal side, okay? I'm a productivity and leadership coach, and I have 30 years of experience. Yes, I have 30 years of experience in the business world, from pool secretary to chief operating officer, to when I decided to open my own practice. I was in insurance before, and now I own my own business called Powerful Purpose, and that's why you're here. And I'm a co-owner of a company called The Art of Showing Up. When I combine all of this experience together, it provides me the knowledge and skills to help women develop their own inner leader. My proficiency in time and task management truly creates a perfect balance for my clients to achieve their greatness with confidence and no guilt. Confidence and no guilt, okay? 2 big words, confidence and no guilt. Well, juggling all this really boils down to taking risks and showing up and following my passion with purpose. And what I've done is based all of this on my very first nugget of the day, which is live your life with purpose and not driven by your circumstances. This is the basis of my business and my life. In the past, I would drive all of my decisions based on my circumstances and not what my true purpose was. And my life was extremely different than it is now. And I'm finding this as I work with my clients, they experience the same thing in the shift in how they're looking at things. And these 5 steps is the baseline to get you started to living your life in purpose or on purpose, right? So enough about me. I really want to get started. I want to talk about the big picture today. It's to help you develop a mindset of action so that you are ready to control your life and be your leader of your life. So look at this picture. What feeling bubbles up when you see that picture? Okay, so I know the feelings I bubble up is I'm afraid of heights. So when I was up on that ropes course, I was paralyzed with fear, okay? Until my brother, who I was doing with, came and helped me. And that is one of the big reasons why I continue to be able to grow because I have people in my life like a dream team. I've created a dream team, and we'll talk more about that. But be open to take daring steps to get the results you truly want. So when you're open to take those steps and you recognize that fear is just really false evidence appearing real, what ends up starting to happen? A shift in your mindset starts happening, right? This is what I'm hearing from my clients, from other busy women. This is what I used to hear from myself. So before we dive in, I want you to read these and see what resonates with you. Perhaps some of them or all of them sound like you. I'm too busy to plan. If I plan and it falls apart, I'm going to feel awful. There are not enough hours in my day. Where do I actually start? I can't sleep because my thoughts never stop. I'm juggling too many things. I truly need to understand what I need. Pam, what is my purpose? What do I need? So, as I said, perhaps some of them or all of them resonate with you. If so, this is what I want for you. I want you to experience a bigger impact in your life with less effort while creating more time, peace, and movement in your goals. How does that sound? Become the leader of your life that you are meant to be. Bring clarity to your thoughts and actions so you know what you need to do and when you arrived at completing that. So, in order for me to grant my wish for you, I'm going to share the 5 things that can help you get started on achieving this mission. Are we ready? I know I am. I'm super excited about this. I just love this stuff. Love this stuff. Okay. 5 steps. Step 1, brain dumping. Step 2, power word. Step 3, clarity. Step 4, time and task management. And step 5 is celebrating. I'm going to go through each step and share the why and the what is necessary to release the overwhelm and navigate to sanity in your life. Create that roadmap. Step number 1, brain dumping. I find myself brain dumping on a regular basis. The other day, I presented to a virtual conference. There was 14 presenters during that virtual conference. And this tip was in the top 3 techniques that were voted during that conference. It seems like a simple thing, just brain dumping, but it's hard to get started at first, right? But it is a staple. It is a staple to get your mind clear, to start bringing control to your ideas, your tasks, your time, and your projects. So how and where are you going to brain dump? Let's back up a little bit. Brain dumping is an exercise that you could perform anytime when you feel overwhelmed or need to create an action plan. And the way it works is you find yourself a quiet space. I know that might be hard nowadays with everybody home, right? Maybe it's a closet that you clean out and you sit in, but find yourself a quiet space. Maybe it's sitting in your car, in your garage. Wherever that is, find a quiet space. Start a timer. Use your phone. Set a timer for 10 minutes. And then just start writing. The key here is don't overthink it. If we overthink it, then we're trying to control it. And this particular step is all about not having control over it, okay? So that's what you're going to do. Asking yourself check-in questions helps you stay navigated to your North Star, your true place where you want to be. So that's what that was how do I feel? You could ask yourself, how do I feel right now before you even start? And then how do I feel after the exercise is done? So brain dumping is step number 1. Remember, feel free to put any comments or questions in the chat box. We're going to go on to step number 2. Power word. Power word. After you brain dump, you pick a power word, okay? A power word is a word that grounds you to what you want to happen, a feeling you want to achieve, a task you want to accomplish. Now, my power word this week was serenity. So things that I incorporated in my week while I was doing my planning was all about serenity. So thinking that your brain has these 2 functions, to listen to what you tell it and to take action on it. So be kind to your brain to create power by talking and saying nice things to you. When things get off the rails, this is like a trigger word to bring you back. Oh, that's right. I wanted serenity this week. I wanted serenity this week. Okay? Let's take the time and make sure you write down what your power word is for how you're feeling right now. Feel free to share some of them in the chat box. That would be awesome. I'd love to see what you're thinking right now. What is that power word that's resonating with you? When you pick that power word, right, it's truly a form of self-love and self-compassion. And it'll anchor you to a fulfilling life. Let's see. Optimistic. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Hope. Thank you. Yes. When you feel that, keep them coming. And towards the end, we'll go through and we'll read all of these power words, right? We'll just feel energized by what everybody has going on, all right? So we are, let's see, surrender. This week, it's consistency since Susan lost her job. Consistency. Surrender, Denise says. Beautiful words, beautiful words. My clients have found power words to be very powerful in their planning process. And how do they keep aligned during their week? Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Step number 3 is clarity. Right? It comes in several forms. It comes visual, verbal, physical. Patience is another one. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. Patience. Patience is hard, but once you pick that word and you start using these techniques, it'll help you find ways to show up and be more patient. Awesome. So step number 3 is clarity. And it comes in several forms, right? We could have clarity, we could find clarity visually, verbally, physically. If we sit there and we do clarity on the form of visually, that would be mind mapping, creating vision boards, vision books, journaling, brain dumping. Those are all tools we could use to help us find a clearer path, okay? So I find that I really use all of these techniques, visually, verbally, and physically, to find my clarity, okay? If we go on a verbal Verbally, how do we find clarity? Where do you go for that? Meditation, praying, singing, all great places to find clarity, to really release and listen to what is being told to you. When we sit and listen, we are more open, right, to receive, because listen and silent have the same letters. Isn't that amazing? Listen and silent have the same letters. Yes, mindful walking is a beautiful way, Denise had shared, to really find clarity. Physically, we could go exercising, movement, yoga, running. All of those activities help bring clarity. We need to incorporate some form of clarity in our lives on a daily basis. And if we could pick one from each category, that would be fantastic. I find myself journaling a lot and brain dumping a lot. I'm a mind mapper when it comes to figuring out projects. I love to meditate. I pray every day. I have a special time in the morning that I pray. As you know, I love to sing. I love movement, and I love exercise. I recently, the past year and a half, have been doing strength training, and it truly helps me feel strong and powerful. And it gives me a clear path of what I want moving forward, okay? I use all of these techniques, all of them. It helps me set my mindset. So step number 3 is all about clarity. Step number 4, time or task and time management. This picture, when I found this picture, I just started giggling, because this picture actually illustrates how one of my clients pictured herself when we first started working together. She owns her own company. She's a CFO for hire, and she was working 80 hours a week, 80. She was overbooked and overwhelmed in all areas of her life, right? So as we started working together, we started off with teaching her how to set boundaries. And boundaries is a big part of time and task management. And our time together has truly transformed her life. Now, because of the work she does, she still has very busy times, right? Like tax season, end of month, all of that. But the difference is that she knows where her boundaries are set, and she doesn't look like this anymore. She's not running trying to beat time, because we've learned how to, she's learned how to set boundaries, do time blocking, focus time, buffer time, using techniques that make her life more manageable. I have a DARE technique, which is called Delegate, Execute, Automate, Recycle. You can find that out on my website. It's a free resource. But the key here is really finding the right tools to manage everything, to alleviate a lot of the pressure. Making time to plan weekly. People sometimes says, Pam, I don't have time to plan. But what I say to them is, you can't afford not to plan, right? Because then you have so much, it's just a better week. Because then what's happening is, instead of putting out everybody's fires, we get to start our own fires. We get to decide what those non-negotiables are that we want on our calendar. And this is a big part of releasing the overwhelm and taking control of your chaos, is really taking that time to plan. You know, people say they're finding work-life balance, and I really believe it's a myth. I don't think there is a work-life balance. I think we need to meet ourselves where we are. And sometimes we need to do a little bit more of work than a little bit more of personal. But while we're planning it, we want to make sure that we are ticking off every area in our life that we do want. Because if we don't have everything that we do want in our lives, then that's when we get tired and overwhelmed and feel like we're getting out of bed and just getting on a hamster wheel. taking the time to really understand what your to-dos are and what your purpose is and what fulfills your life truly will make a difference. And using all of these steps helps you get there to be better time and task managers, okay? Because when we're better time and task managers, what we could end up doing, and this is the fantastic part, is step number 5, is that we get to celebrate. Get to celebrate. Jumping from one completed task to another without stopping to smell the roses, right? Creates a momentum of just doing and not stopping and celebrating. When we design our celebration and we put it part of our action plan, so when we finish something, we see how we wanted to celebrate, it makes all of the difference in the world. Don't rob yourself of the celebration. It reinforces the success. It's often overlooked, and it should not be. It's a powerful, powerful motivator. You know, I used to find it very hard for me. I thought if I got the task done or reached a certain goal, that was the reward. But it's so much more than that. Celebrating encourages you to pause during the chaos. It encourages you to pause during the tasks, slowing down and giving yourself permission to be happy. It's very important to make sure that you add, as I said, to that action plan how you're going to celebrate. You know, every week when I work with my coaching clients, there's 2 things that I ask when I start off. What is your power word? And what success did you have last week? And how did you celebrate that success? And in the beginning, they find it very hard to find a success. And that's so true because we're so busy and overwhelmed. We don't give ourselves that permission. So focusing on that momentum of acknowledgement will help us grow and be less chaotic because we're not just running like that woman fighting time, okay? So think about what you're going to do to celebrate and make it part of your action plan. So when you reach that, boom, you're all done and you get to celebrate whatever it is, okay? So now that we went through the 5 steps to navigate through the chaos and release your overwhelm, how are you feeling? Are you feeling good? You know, I wanted to share with you some of these best practices that myself and my clients have grown to live by. Thank you. Thank you. Denise said that was very helpful. I'm glad. It really are good pieces, foundational pieces to start building that solid ground for releasing the overwhelm and getting out of the chaos. And the best practices I found really was a product of using these 5 steps. So know that you're worth it. Know that you're enough to create something great. Know that you can do anything you put your mind to. Know that hesitation stalls the momentum, either good or bad, but it stalls the momentum, okay? And know that having a dream team is key to your success. Now, my brother was that dream team up in the trees, helping me unlatch and move over around a tree while I was frozen and paralyzed. He was on my dream team. I have many people on my dream team, usually 4 to 5 at a time, and sometimes they change. So during a brain dump session, brain dump who are your dream team? Who is on your dream team? Okay? You could have a dream team for home, for your personal life, a dream team for work, a dream team for your business. But knowing who those anchors are that you could go to, that will pull you back. That power word will pull you back. The clarity, the brain dumping, the celebrating is going to pull you all back. Okay? So I have a question for you. And my question for you is, yes, I'll go back to here. The first steps came in late. Yes, so excellent. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Question for you is, are you jazzed with the information that you received today? Are you jazzed, right? I found that the majority of us that join webinars, go to conferences or workshops are jazzed afterwards, right? I just love that word. It's like dynamite. I use dynamite, I use jazz, are jazzed after these activities because we gather all of this information, right? We get so excited to get started the next day. And what happens? We go home. We wake up and life hits us in the face and we find ourselves jumping back into the same old routine. The notebook that you have and all the notes you took and all the handouts you got from the conferences or the information you gathered from a workshop or a webinar goes into a notebook and it goes onto the shelf with all good intentions that you will reference it to make the changes you were so excited about. But how often does it happen? You know what? I see this happen. I've seen this happen to me in the past. I've spent money on conferences, gone to workshops, jumped on webinars, took all these notes, so excited. But then as soon as I got off, I went on to something else and I didn't implement. And then I came across it months later, years later, as I'm decluttering and getting rid of stuff. And I find it and I'm like, oh my goodness, that was such an amazing idea. Why didn't I take advantage of it? Well, I don't want this for you. I don't. If you're jazzed by this information, if you're excited because something resonated for you to be here to begin with, and hopefully these 5 steps brought you even more excited, I want to share, if I had a program that would allow you to not only use what you've learned today, but to take it to the next level, would that be helpful? You would take all of this information, help you create healthy habits around a new outlook. What I found was that people didn't have a follow-up system, a system to hold them accountable, a system that provides support tools to build it into their day. There wasn't anything to follow up with them after the conference, after the workshop, after the webinar to say, yes, I gave you all this information in your jazz, but I want to help you continue to be jazz because that's where the secret sauce is. That's where the magic happens. That's the reason why I created Take Back My Life. It takes all of this information that brought you here today, that resonated with you to sign up for this webinar, and to be able to continue to jazz you up, navigate you through your chaos, and have you be able to release the overwhelm, especially in this new norm that's being created. Things are being stripped away from us. They're being stripped away so we have the opportunity to see what it is that we could control. So when things start getting out of control, we have a better ground to fall on, okay? I've had several people in my Take Back My Life system, and they're in the community of engagers, and they really wanted to share with you guys today exactly the experiences they're having by using the system. So I put together some of their testimonies, and I thank all of them for thinking enough of the program to do this. I feel honored. So we have a testimony from Denise W. She found that working with the Take Back My Life system had increased her productivity in her business and her life by the value of having task and time management tools all in one place. Okay. Another client of mine that's not on here was able to push the needle on her business from 3 months ahead of schedule based on the time management, the task and time management techniques. Stacy T said, without support of the group coaching, she wouldn't have transitioned from one job to another to keep her sanity as a single woman in her 50s. Times are changing. She got laid off and she had to find a new job. June says that she loves the benefits of the Take Back My Life system, from weekly planning to picking her power word to the complete resource center. The weekly videos are great reminders to stay focused in all areas of our life. My love for my clients and the benefits they are receiving from Take Back My Life and the community truly feeds me to continue providing amazing products and services that really work for busy women on the go, juggling tons of different hats, just like you. So, drum roll. What you get with the Take Back My Life system. It's a 12-week program. Built-in support system, accountability, a community of engagers, 2 group coaching calls per month. That's a total of 6 group coaching calls that I come on and we discuss topics and we work through problems, hesitations, things that are stalling you, things that you're having questions around. 2 group coaching check-in calls a month in 12 laser coaching videos covering a variety of topics that you'll need to get handle of the chaos and to release the overwhelm. They will come to your email on a weekly basis. This whole value is $797 for this. But because I just feel it's so important that you've come here today and something resonated with you and you were feeling really open to learning how to shift the chaos and release the overwhelm. I want to give you a 1-hour strategy session with me, and that's valued at about $500. And I'm going to throw in the Powerful Purpose Planner, beautiful, powerful purpose planner that's filled with resources and tools and tips and support that's truly needed to continue to release the overwhelm and navigate to the life with less chaos. Now, with all of this, it's $1,300 is the total value of it. $1,300 is the value. That's not bad, right? For everything to change your life, especially when you see what you will create with the Take Back My Life system. And what you'll create with the system is more time, less stress, financial awareness, a success pattern, more space in your surroundings and in your mind. You'll create a dream team. But the bigger picture is how you will feel during the transformation. Remember, feelings are important. They are what drives our decisions. So if we're being kind to our brain and talking nice and kicking the head trash out, we're going to create a life that we truly want and deserve. You will be, the transformation will be amazing. It'll be surreal. I'm telling you. I've seen it. I feel it myself by using my own system and how I created it, how it's changed my life. You'll feel empowering. You'll reflect back and say, oh my goodness, I can't believe I was here and now I'm able to live here now in this life that you have envisioned. You'll feel released and relieved because the stress, you'll be controlling what you could control. Okay? You'll be more insightful because you'll understand what it is that you truly need to move forward. And you will start owning your superpower. Are you ready? Are you ready to feel like that? If you're ready, all you need to do, all this Take Back My Life system with the 1-hour strategy call with me personally, okay? And the Powerful Purpose Planner, the total value of over $1,300. But for today, it's going to be $597. $597. And in the chat, there's a link for you to order. $597. The value is tremendous. This will truly change your life if you have already, this will truly change your life if you're ready for it. Remember, hesitation stalls our momentum. You felt something to be here today, and I know that this could deliver amazing, amazing results for you. Be the leader of your life today. Here's the link. You make sure you use the coupon code of TBML200. TBML, little dyslexic there. TBML200. That is going to give you a $200 discount for everything for $597. Okay? Now I want to open up for questions. If anybody has any questions, we have some time to go through your questions, some of your stumbling blocks that you might have. So let's open up the chat here. No caps. TBML, no caps. Okay. So some questions that I've had was, if I'm unorganized with this program, will it help me get started? Yes, it'll definitely help you get started. The program is designed to tackle different areas of your life so you could control things and you can release the overwhelm on things, because there is different sections that we focus on, okay? We focus on decluttering and vision, what's your vision, budgeting, spiritual growth, all different areas that you need, okay? So let's see, we have a question in here. Suggestions for when you get sidetracked. When you get sidetracked, when you do some brain dump some things that you feel will bring you back on track, okay? So for me, it's my power word, it's my planning. It's my planning, looking at my calendar and seeing exactly what I need to do. It's using a timer technique. You're getting something done, set your timer for 10 minutes. Work on that object for 10 minutes, okay? Once the timer goes off, boom, you're done. Then give yourself the ability to do something else. So just kind of keep on pulling yourself back. Keep your space as distracted as possible. Shut off notifications off your phone or on your computer. If you're going to do Facebook or social media, set a certain time frame that you're going to jump in. Maybe it's in the morning, maybe it's in the afternoon during lunch. But being as clear as possible with your free time, your focus time is really important. I hope that's helpful, Carol. June says, thank you. June says, I have trouble seeing my successes to celebrate. Well, when we're doing a project plan, okay, and we sit there and we have a project plan, and say you're working with a client and you're doing a very difficult project, and you go, or it could be a simple project. Part of planning out that project is, okay, I've reached this. Now I'm going to celebrate it. Okay. So at some point, there's an end to something. What is that going to be at the very end? All right. What is that going to be at the very end? Yes. Keep it as distraction-free as possible. So that, and then also brain dump. What are the things that you would love to celebrate? Say it's like, I want to go on a hike to this special place. That could be a celebration because you finished. I want that beautiful necklace that I've always wanted. That could be the prize. That could be the celebration. So brain dump what it is that you actually want to receive. And then during your project plan, pick one of those pieces and fill it in. I hope that's helpful. Another thing that came through, another question that came through was, my biggest challenge is weekly planning. Will this be a good resource for me? Yes, it definitely will be a good resource because you have the ability to sit and plan weekly. And the way it's laid out and the support you get from the engagers, the community, and the Take Back My Life system, it is imperative that it's set up the way it is so you could follow along easily. Okay? And we got another question. Let's see. You're welcome, Hope. You're so welcome. When is the best time to book the free strategy session with you? During or after the program? I would say that after the program would be a great time for you to book the strategy session, because now you have gone through the process. And if there's any touch points or questions that you need answered to help you navigate what the future steps are going to be, then that is the perfect time to do it. Excellent, excellent. I so appreciate all of the participation that we've had today. We are coming close to the end of the end of our webinar. I hope you found this extremely helpful. And remember your 5 steps. Brain dumping, right? Brain dumping, power word, clarity, time and task management, and celebrating your successes. Okay? So if you order today, remember it's TBML200. Use that code. Look forward to seeing you on the inside. And I want to leave you with this. The starting point of all achievement is desire. It is by Napoleon Hill. It has been an absolute pleasure sharing the 5 steps to navigating chaos in your life and to release your overwhelm. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you soon. Do you have the desire? And if so, I would love for you to be part of our community. Take care and be well. Thank you. Everyone, have a beautiful, beautiful day.